sweet unpathetically in a little time. Alright, okay.
I'll check it.
I'm looking for compositional integrity.
That's good.
Alright, so on Facebook, to appease some of my writing teachers and coaches here in town and in the area, I write things on Facebook all the time, responses in poetry, often poetry, and with poetry I like to play around with meter and rhyme. Joanne Dibble, a friend of mine, does a lot of haikus, or a lot of haiku.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, haiku. So you're forced, within certain parameters, to express something, a before and an after. Anyway, so I try to collect the stuff I write. It's a little hubris to, oh, you better preserve it, whatever, I'm over it now. But so if someone posts something on Facebook I get to write and respond poetically if I want. And then I'll go and collect these things I've written and put them on the notes, in the notes section. You have your photo albums and about and your history and all the education. Then there's notes. You can compose notes to yourself or share them with the public. And so I have volumes now. I'm up to volume 13 of things I've written on Facebook. But this poem that I wrote here in Apalach, and now it's on Facebook. It used to be online on a newspaper called Coastline or whatever. It's basically an ad rag, but except for Betsy. Betsy's wonderful. But Betsy's writing. Betsy is the bartender at the Gibson Inn. Betsy James. She has wonderful writing that gets published in this newspaper. Whatever. But anyways, that used to be online. It used to be in the archives. This poem that I wrote was published in this paper, but way in the back next to all the real estate ads. But it's still published. And it used to be online, and then someone took over, Chuck Spice, and now it's not online. There's no archive. So I kept it and saved it. So I'm going to read this poem. It's called Ode to Apalach. It's not enormous. It's not the Eddas. I'm trying to get it to turn. I'm trying to get used. Cass is she reminds me of 3-year-old kids. She's so computer savvy. She's like, okay, which is exactly what the kids are doing. I'm like, what? Okay, okay. So I can call up a poem now because you guys said that you had to read poetry. I didn't bring any. I can call it up. So thank you, Tamara for the use of the internet. Ode to Apalach, St. Patrick's Day 2009. The gulls of Apalachicola grin with blackened heads. A dog runs with his Frisbee held high above the oyster beds. Ancient oaks bend impossibly. The lichen paint their trunks. Attempt to pet the cavalcade of cats. They run off to their bunks. The softest fog pours o'er the town. The lamps play peekaboo. Vines tickle and entangle the palm trees. And the old cemetery waits for you. Verandas call us to sit a spell longer. Ah, the porch of the Gibson Inn. The rustle of reeds and the choppy seas, conducted by winds and fins. He and a fiddler and another one cut through the salty air. An orchestra of many knowing souls sips coffee and smiles with flair. Ah, the pollen, the tiny biting bugs, and the bottles of beer I find here on the windowsill, there on a bench. Memories churl, unwind. Have you the time to scour the woods here of the knee-knobbly old cypress? Or just to stroll for a fun ice cream cone? I should think that would be my guess. The boats they chug or sport about to speed across the fishes, lured by all manner of pole and net, whatever the angler wishes. Old Florida, old ways and customs, a dream that still survives. A lovely village to explore and interview some 2,000 eclectic lives. Mountains of shells and nautical trophies, sponges and antique bricks. Add the galleries of paint and film and form, and you are in the mix. 'Tis grand to have stopped, to stop and stay, for summer longer, oh do. This is pretentious, but whatever, it's amusing. For anyone coming can dare only to say to their friends, I invite you too. I wander the ways and stroll across the docks, the piers, the old wooden staircases. My camera is ready to capture a quiet moment. When I spot it, my heart races. I like that little irony there. It's a quiet moment. I've got to record it, so I get all excited. That's what you can do with poetry. You can convey those things. Old Jolly Rogers snap brisk with their grimaces. A place brimming with many laughs. Southern hospitality reigns supremely, folks. Find the lamp with the funny giraffe. Postcards, t-shirts, framed masterpieces, all for any to capture. Mementos of time and space and sea. A delicate glaucous rapture. Will lightning dance on the Gulf tonight? Will a catfish take the bait? Will dreams so deep inside my thick head come true? I scarce can wait. Boom, boom go the trucks and cars on the bridge, that elegant feminine curve. Room to be open, room to breathe deeper still. Room to volley and serve. Have a chat, have a drink, have a luncheon. Have a gander at following waves. Have a pastry, a platter of oysters too, whatever your good stomach craves. The workers and the tourists here are friendlier by far than, oh, so many destinations neath the northern star. How long will I stay here? I just got here when I wrote this. How long will I stay here? How long indeed? Why settle anywhere other? Why should I send a post to invite my friends and dear French mother? Apalachicola, dear Apalachicola, you rouse me from my slumbers. Another day against the sandy shoalworks grows to mighty numbers. A week, a year, a lifetime perhaps, can save my spirited heart and pump me anew with possibilities, for life is but an art. The inns, the music lessons, the houseboat parties, Magnolia, Petunia, the honey hole, Tamara's, the grill, that's amore, the winding inns. The roseman reaches his goals. Under the Spanish moss is the history from ice machines to cotton sacks, and the bravery of so many soldiers of wars is engraved on the armory flaps. Let us thrive and blossom like Chapman's flora, the clouds that puff and flow. A heavenly port that will not disappear. To Apalachicola, go.
I need to have a copy of that.
Yeah. It's right there on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yeah, notes, volume.
Can you?
It's Ode to Apalach, 3/2009. Right there. Ode to Apalach.
What do we look up on Facebook?
Notes. You'll go to Frederic Kahler. Let's see. Kahler. It's like the bathroom company Kohler, but with an A. Kahler. You go to my profile. Let's see, how do we do this?
You can tell me how to get on.
So I'll click on Frederic Kahler. And then there's a bar. Photos. It'll say photos.
Right.
Blah blah and more, and you click on more and it'll have notes, and under notes are these volumes of writing.
And which volume is this?
This is actually not one of the volumes because it's so large. It's its own note. So it's Ode to
okay.
Apalach,
Ode to Apalach.
3/2009.
What 2009? 2003.
Yeah. So it'll say it reads Ode to Apalach, and then in parentheses 3 2009. This is an Olympus Tough. I got this 2 years ago for my birthday. I had gone through Canons and Nikons. They were so full of sand and water, even the camera companies couldn't repair them. So this is waterproof, this is freeze-proof, and it's drop-proof, shock-proof. And so far it has served me.
What's it below?
This is from last year. This is the birthday gift from last year. That's why I'm shooting for Botox. I got an Olympus Tough camera. This is a Nook. A Nook. I should have held out for the Kindle Fire, I guess.
Kindle Fires. I got a Nook.
I've got a Nook, and there's red paint. Spilled red paint, that's a memory. Oh, Lordy. Even your notebooks for what you write can be memories, you know. Yeah, and you remember back in school writing, doodling notes, I love so-and-so, or your favorite rock group, or